I'd like to talk about the blues and give you an idea of the basic concepts of blues, specifically 12-bar blues. People ask me when they're taking lessons, first question usually, what's a 12-bar blues? Well, 12-bar blues is 12 groups of counts of 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, up to 12, right? And within that structure, there's an organization of chords, right? Usually we have what's called 7th chords, dominant 7th chords, because they have a sound that's been adapted by most musicians and popularized for that music, right? So we just use 7th chords because they sound good in the blues. There's no other way to describe it. 12-bar blues has usually, in the key of A, we have A 7th chords, D 7th chords, and E 7th chords. I mean, the A, since we're in the key of A, would be referred to as the 1 chord. The D would be referred to as the 4 chord. If you just count up in the alphabet, A, B, C, D. So D is 4, letters higher, so you call it the 4 chord. And then the E chord would be the 5 chord, since that's 5 letters above A. So when you hear musicians talking, hey, play me a 1-4-5 blues, that's what they're talking about. In the key of A, that would be 1, A7, D, would be the 4 chord, and then the the E would be the 5 chord, E7 in this case. So that's the organization of, the primary foundation of a 12-bar blues. And also, there's feels in the blues. We have like what's called a shuffle feel. They call that a shuffle. The basic count that's going on behind it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Some people have trouble with that feel. A straight feel, like you find in a Chuck Berry type song, would be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be a straight R&R, rhythm and blues, or rock and roll shuffle, or rock and roll rhythm, The shuffle feel in the rhythm and blues is 1, 2, 3. Another common feel in the blues is what we call a 6/8. Usually you find that in slow blues. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some people call it a 12/8, 6/8, same thing. You find that in the slow blues a lot, very common sort of thing. Also, blues has a term called turnarounds. Well, what a turnaround is, it's a little theme or melody that gets played at the very end of your 12 bar. Say, sometimes it could be the combination of the 10th bar and the 11th bar before you go back to the beginning, or just in the 11th bar, you play this turnaround, which is like a theme that says, hey, we're getting ready to go back to the beginning. We're going back to the first bar. Everybody's heard this in music. It sounds like this. That's probably the most common turnaround sound that you hear. Well, there's a whole bunch of those, Those are turnarounds. So there's a general idea about the sound of blues, the feels of blues, what a turnaround is, how you call your chords 1, 4, and 5. So you get a general idea about the labeling of certain themes in blues and topics in the blues. There you go.